y'all, it's Heather, and I am so excited because today we're going to play with the Melt Cosmetics Edward Scissorhands collection. Look at this massive box. I was so excited. I love the movie. I love Melt, so I had to buy the full collection. It is available individually as well. It's available at some different retailers, so I will link everything I talk about down below. We're going to try everything on today. I'll do some comparisons for you. Melt always takes it there with their packaging, with their themes, so I love this box. If you have not seen it, look at this. Look how it opened. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful packaging. Let's go through all of the products individually. We'll be trying them on, and that is my first critique of this collection, of everything, honestly. There are no swatches on the Melt website. Why? There are no swatches. Not super duper helpful. I'm like, where are the swatches of anything? I am here. I have the video. We're gonna do swatches together. We're gonna do try on, all of that. I was just super confused. I was looking at the site and I'm like, why are we not having any swatch photos? Why are there not more details? Why, like, you're selling this collection so expensive. Why aren't we getting like a little bit more so we know what we're paying for? The first part of this collection is the mirror. Now, I love hand mirrors. I love hand mirrors. I have so many from Melt. I have been buying them for years. I think they're really nice and I always use a hand mirror. This one is so cute because you have Edward that says, I am not finished on one side, Edward Scissorhands, you have Melt, and then on the other side, it's the icy blue with scissors and the details. I try my best to show you all of this on camera. It can be a little difficult to shoot like things that are printed on the mirror, but I did my best. I'm excited for this one. It's kind of like rubbery, which is different. I don't have another handheld mirror like this from Melt. It's super cute, and the mirror, like the quality of the actual mirror itself that you look into, very nice. And let's talk about the bag. I love Melt makeup bags. The best ones they've ever done were in their Nightmare Before Christmas collection, in my opinion. I loved those bags. I love the details, the compartments, everything. But this bag, I really like this too. I have other bags from Melt. I just think the quality is amazing. So I want to show you the printed details on the back, how we have Edward, and it has Edward Scissorhands, Melt printed on it. We have like the beautiful logo, the spikes, everything. The details on the zipper are intense and gorgeous. And then on the inside, we also have like that very, very special lining. It's so freaking cute. It's so well thought out, and I'm glad they gave us like a new format of bag. It's a different style of bag, a different cut. Like, it's a completely different bag style than what they've done, so I have options when I'm packing and traveling, and I love this. I love this. Anytime Melt Cosmetics does bags like this, if it's a collection collaboration I'm interested in, I am like, okay, just take my money, because I get the collab, I get the nice bag. It's a win-win, win-win-win for me. I originally was planning to shop the collection individually because I'm like, do I really need a pair of scissors, Heather? Do you really need a pair of scissors? Yes, I do. I love these scissors. These are great for like trimming lashes, anything like that. I have a pair of scissors that I have always like kind of out on my table with my tweezers, things like that. These are actually really cute. I am going to take off this little charm, the little scissor charm that says Melt, and it has the dinosaur. So cute. I'm going to put that probably like on my keychain or something. I think these are so cute. I do not regret buying those at all. I debated not getting them, but I'm like, let me just get the full collection. We also have a pair of lashes in this collection. These are the Creeps. They are bold and spiky, dramatic, alternating, lengths, edgy. I love Melt lashes. I have been using Johnny. I've been using Leo. Those are like some of my favorite lashes, and I've really not been wearing lashes a ton in the past year or so. I've just been using mascara, rocking my natural lashes, but I do reach for my Melt lashes when I want something very light. It's very light on my eyes. They are not heavy at all. So these are quite intense. I'm excited. We're definitely going to be using these in our look too. Melt has come out with a new product. This is their Luster Slick eyeshadow topper stick. I had to read that name like 5 times so I could say it correctly to y'all. These are glittery toppers. I do have some products like this from other brands. If I'm thinking off the top of my head, I'm thinking of like Danessa Myricks, the Color Fix sticks. I'm thinking of some Unalicia sticks I have. Just glittery eyeshadow topper sticks. At least that's what I'm thinking, having not tried these on my eyes before. The packaging is very Edward Scissorhands over the top. Very cute. The inside packaging matches as well. I really like that. Melt did not skip out on the details when it came to really anything in this collection except for the photos on their website of swatches and better product photography, but I'm gonna move on from that, okay? We're moving on from that. The names and the packaging of everything are so beautiful. We have Scissorhands and Cold Outside for these eye topper sticks. I know you're seeing the swatches, but I want to put them on my eyes so you can really see that as well. We have 2 lip pencils in this collection. I love the lip pencil formula from Melt, and we have a new product from them as well. This is their Luster Slick lipstick. These are so cute. I think they're absolutely adorable. For the lip pencils, we have the shades We're Not Sheep and I'm Not Complete. And for the Luster Slick lipsticks, I have Bahimi Bliss and Winsome Wahini. I thought that was such a fun name, like so well thought out for the movie, so cute. The packaging is so cute, and I love that even on the lip liners, they put like printed Edward Scissorhands details, graphics on there. It's so cute because this is a formula that Melt has had for a while, and I really like this formula. I'm pretty sure I purchased all of the shades except maybe the very lightest ones that wouldn't work for me, but I am so happy to have more colors of this. Now, let's talk about the kind of luster lipsticks because I do think it's cute that they gave us like a shimmery finish. It feels very wintry. It feels very like frosty and fun. I feel like they're very comfortable on the lips. I could build them up a bit, or I could shear them out. I am having it a little more sheared out on my lips right now, and I could build a little bit, but this type of product, you don't want to layer if you don't want to feel thick on your lips. Putting them on, letting them be that little bit of sheer touch of color and sparkle is how they're going to be most comfortable, and I really like this. I love seeing brands, especially independently owned brands, branching into different products, trying new formulas, doing different things, while also keeping the amazing products that they have and bringing us new shades in that. One of the things I was most excited for in this collection, aside from like everything else that I'm excited about that I'm talking about, is the new shades in the Slick Waterline Pencil. I love this formula from Melt. I have purchased every single shade because I love this formula. It's so creamy, but also so long wear and so pigmented. Listen, and we have pastels. Beautiful, beautiful fun. These also have that beautiful intricate printed packaging on the handle. I know these are limited edition. This whole set is limited edition, the whole collection, but I would love, and I've been saying for so long, Melt, please give us so many colors of this pencil. Please, please, please give us like the rainbow. Give us everything. The shades are Touch of Lavender and Garden Sculpture. I am so excited to be using these. I cannot say it enough. I will buy these. Every time they come out with a new shade in this formula, I will be buying it. No questions asked. Sight unseen. Like, I'm complaining about there being not enough photos or information on the website, no swatches, but Melt could just say like, hey, we're coming out with new shades, and I'm gonna be like, take my money. I don't even care what shades, like, just give it to me. Let's look at this blush. This is such cool packaging. I'm gonna say it again and again and again. They went there with the packaging. Like, I will say, paying this price for these items, like, I can see where my money went. You know, they paid for this nice packaging. It has the glitter inside that I could just sit there and look like a snow globe or something on the front with the green to the blush packaging. I think that makes so much sense. It's so fun. And then opening it up, we do have like a little insert with the sculptures that Edward made. And we have a very light blush. But let me show you the mirror first. I tried my best to show you because it says Edward Scissorhands, I'd hold hands with scissors. So cute. But look at this shade. Initially, I'm seeing this and thinking, okay, maybe it's gonna be okay. Like, I have some blushes that are very light, but that are pigmented and they really like diffuse things. They look really nice. You know, I'm thinking I have some from Kaleidos, from Dior that are super light. But we're gonna try it because I am a little scared. I'm like, is it going to look ashy on me? Is it gonna look like this weird pink frost? I don't know. we're gonna try it. Let me grab a brush. The name of this is Because You Asked Me To. I think that's very cute. It is a soft matte blush and they say it is buildable. Now, I do see the blush on a light skin tone on the website. I don't see any other photos of any other skin tones wearing this. I know that with a collection like this, maybe you can't do like a ton of blushes. You know, that's not what it's about, but I'm really hoping that this is going to work for me. But even with it being this light, I'm just gonna buy it anyways because I want it for the packaging. It makes me happy. I'm just gonna be 100% with you. Okay, I picked up a lot on my brush because I'm like, listen, I want to be able to see it. I'm going to pick up a lot. And with it being such a light color, can you see a difference? I can. I'm not going to lie. I can see a difference, but it's very subtle. Okay, I built it up and I can wear it. Okay, I can definitely wear it. But do I see myself reaching for it again? Probably not. On to the star of the show, the eyeshadow palette. This is the Edward Scissorhands palette. We have that cool packaging where the snowflakes are kind of falling everywhere. We open it up and we have a print on the mirror again that says you blend and blend and blend. Blending is the secret. So cute. I love that they put embossings on the pan and the matte shadows with the Scissorhands. I love this fun color story. I love the print on the palette. Packaging, presentation, everything so pretty. Now this is a very cool toned color story, and at the end of the video we will do some comparisons. I'll show you this next to some other palettes in case you're curious, but these are quite cool. I'm very excited to see green. Green is my favorite color. I love it in everything. Makeup and everything in life. I love green. These are very cool tone greens, so much so that this dark green looks like a gray green on my skin tone big time. We have blues and some purples, and we do have like a pop of a neutral shimmer. One of the shades, the shade Kim, feels like a pressed glitter, but in a new pressed glitter way. But I can definitely feel when I touch it that it has that kind of like glitter to it. I did not see anywhere on the website that this was like a pressed glitter not intended for the eyes, so I'm sure it's like that cosmetic grade, but we are gonna try everything on. I'm just like, I'm so ready. The theming is making me so happy. We're gonna play definitely with the greens. I'm not even gonna pretend that we're not playing with the greens. I am going to zoom you in nice and close, and I'm going to use an eyeshadow primer. I actually really love the eyeshadow primers from Melt. I've bought and repurchased and bought more shades, so I'm going to grab that because I always start with an eyeshadow primer, and we are going to play with this palette. All right, I know I originally said we're going to do green, and when I say originally, that was probably like a couple of seconds ago for you, but I've been doing a lot of green recently, and I love green. So let's mix it up though. Let's go in with the lavender called Suburbia. I am going to put this right in my socket here, above my socket, below my socket, everywhere in here. Okay, that's pretty. That is a cool toned lavender, kind of like a murky gray lavender color. Okay. All right, that is cute. Now for the eyeshadow base, I mixed two shades because I knew with these lighter mattes, I wanted something a little bit brighter for my eyeshadow primer. So I did mix the ultra white shade with vanilla. I put vanilla a little more up and the ultra white a little lower so that we would have that kind of lighter base. I always say my socket because I can't really say my crease because look at me. I have a lot of creases, wrinkles, crinkles. So I feel like the socket is a little more descriptive. I think that shade is looking so cute. Such a cute, cool purple. I want to go into the navy shade called Freak. I'm gonna start out by pressing it right there on my lash line, or not on my on the lash line, on my lid. This is a Refer Shodo brush. Sorry if I say that incorrectly, but it's like flat but blendy. So I'm going to kind of like pull my shadow out like this and then blend it up like that. I'm picking up a tiny bit of shadow on my brush at first because I don't want to go in with a ton and get fallout, and then this is my first time using this shadow. What if it doesn't want to move? So I'm going to just go in like that, and then I will pick up a little more on my brush, and then I'll add more. Yeah, just like that. Intensify it a bit, you know? I'm gonna put a tiny bit of that shade under the lower lash line in the outer corner, so it kind of like connects like that, you know, like wrapped around here. Then I'm gonna go in with another brush from that set, a smaller one. I picked up a little bit of that purpley color. What was that called? Suburbia. And I'm going to use that to lightly buff and blend and take my time with this blue color, because I definitely don't want it to overpower our whole look. I want there to be the purple and I want there to be the blue. So I'm just going to take my time making sure that I don't like blend and buff it out so much that it kind of just all merges into one shade. For the lower lash line, I want to mimic what we did up top, but I want to take that dark blue and I want to put that right up against the lashes, and then I want to buff and blend that out with the lavender. Let's go ahead and go in with the Slick Waterline pencil. This is Touch of Lavender. Now, I said melt. I need more of these, okay? I need more. And right now especially, I'm like, oh, it'd be so pretty to go in with a navy. But they don't make a navy, and I want to use the one in this collection. And I am very excited about this one too. I'm just going to pop that right in the waterline. See how quick that was? Because it's pigmented and it's creamy, but it's also going to set and last. And what more could I want? I want to go into the shade I Love You. This is like a blue purple duochrome. There you go, you can see in the mirror. I know you could see like swatches and stuff too. I want to first press the shadow. So I'm kind of like pressing it off my brush. You can use your finger as well if you prefer to do that. I sprayed my brush with a little setting spray after I had the shadow on, just to help minimize a little bit of fallout. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. I added a bit more shadow, and I'm just going to lightly diffuse now. So I don't have like a line of shimmer. I want it kind of like diffused and blown out. I want to use the eyeshadow sparkle stick, whatever they call it, the official name, you know, in the shade It's Cold Outside, the white shade. I want to use this on my inner corner so I can kind of get a feel for this formula. I'm just gonna put it on just straight from the stick. That's what I typically do with sticks like this, and then I will blend with a brush if I need to, depending on what I'm doing with it. And that's pretty. Yeah, that definitely gave a nice sparkle on the inner corner. And it was easy for me to use. I don't really feel like I need to like buff and blend it. Maybe a little bit right here so that we have a little bit of a smoother transition. Yeah, okay, that's cute. This is a lot of times how I will use shadow sticks like this, like adding them into my look, or traveling, just doing a shadow stick kind of all over, being very careful in my crease, socket, maybe putting down a little translucent powder since I do have such deep set eyes. But that's cute. Let's go into our glittery shade called Kim. I want to see if I can get this to be like really diffused if I use this brush. So I'm gonna kind of like work my brush into it, not pressing super hard, but just kind of like making sure it gets all in the bristles. And I maybe just want to like top it on, like use it like a topper. Yeah, that's what you would do, top it on. You get me. I'm just lightly pressing that over top to kind of diffuse things, kind of right here in the center and all the way up. Yeah, that definitely added some. I can see the reflect of it. I mean, I'm sure I could put down like a sticky primer and get it to be like super intense, or pack it on my finger, but I just want to have it really diffused. I'm gonna wipe away any fallout I may have under my eyes. My face is already set with powder, so it should wipe away easily. I'm going to put on the lashes and be back so you can see how the lashes elevate the look. But so far, I think these shadows look really pretty. Here is the finished look with the lash, and I did swap out my lip. I kind of mixed all of the products. I wanted to play around and see what I could create. I threw on a highlighter. Again, everything else on my face I will put in the description box. The lashes, not my personal favorite for my eye shape. I do think they're pretty. I just don't love them on me. I know that I was telling you my thoughts along the way trying these products. I'm definitely going to be using these more, and I can follow up with you, give you a review after I've tested and tried them more. I will definitely do that with the eyeshadow palette. I don't know how often I'll reach for this blush, but I am happy that it did show up on me. Really happy with the eyeliners, really happy with the lip products. Let me do some comparisons for the eyeshadow palette. In case you were curious, like me, maybe you want to see this next to some other Melt palettes that I have in my collection, because I love Melt. I buy so much of their stuff. So let me show you the Edward Scissorhands. I've been talking too long. Next to the Welcome to Derry palette. I did buy the Welcome to Derry palette, and I don't love the franchise, so I put stickers on my things, and just so you know, when you're looking at mine, I have stickers on it. So I'm going to show you the color story side by side. I don't think anybody out there is saying that these palettes are the same, but since this is their new palette launch, I wanted to show you this next to these. You can see that Welcome to Derry is very warm. The color story meant I had to buy this palette. The color story up here, the kind of warm orangey tones, but we do have a green in here, so you can see it's definitely not repeating. I mean, we have green matte shades down here, and listen, I have it, so I'm like, why not? Let me show you. They're both very, very pretty, but Welcome to Derry is much more warm. It has like pretty packaging, but it's way more simple than the Scissorhands. Still super cute, especially now that I have my stickers over mine. I definitely wanted to compare this to the Bride of Frankenstein palette. I really, really like this one. The color story, the tones, I think it's so fun and bright. And while I don't think, again, anybody is saying like, oh my gosh, these are dupes for one another, I want to show you the comparisons, because we do have these very cool tone greens, and you can see like even this kind of like lighter green matte up here in the Monsters is very different. And sometimes we may think of things like me. I was like, oh, I want to compare it to the greens in the Monsters palette because I know they're not going to be as cool. But seeing them side by side can really emphasize the difference sometimes. So you can see even with our neutral shades, they're not near as like cool as this one. You have different tones. There they are though. Same type of like layout and format though. I grabbed my Smoke Sessions 2 palette also. I told y'all I buy Melt stuff, okay? I love the brand. The purples in here are definitely not as cool as the purples in the Scissorhands palette. So let me get these side by side for you so that you can see what I'm talking about. The coolness of this lavender, very different. We don't have any of that glittery formula. I'm not going to say it's a pressed glitter because I don't know that for sure, but it kind of feels like that cosmetic glitter. We definitely don't have that formula down here. But like I said, I always want to use my collection. I love makeup, and I want to use my collection to like show you comparisons if that can be helpful, if you're thinking about purchasing, if you're not thinking about purchasing, if you want to shop your stash. I just want to be as helpful as possible. Let me know what you think of this collection. Did you buy it? Are you planning to buy it? Are you waiting on it? Is it on your wish list? Definitely let me know. I really feel great in my look. Like, kind of sad that I don't have any fun plans today, because this look does deserve to be seen. Like, I feel like I am capturing the Edward Scissorhands makeup lover of it all. I would love to talk about this collection with you down in the comments. I'm going to pop up some more videos here for you if you want to check out some more makeup, because I love reviewing makeup. Let's talk all things makeup down below in the comments.